Hi guys, my name is Becca. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am here with my October TBR. I am filming this at the last minute. It's the day before October. I normally have these filmed a week or so in advance, and I didn't even know what I wanted to I didn't have a set TBR until the other night. No, last night. Yeah, last night. The other day, or was it yesterday morning? I don't remember time anymore. I was watching Becca from Becca and the Books' TBR, and she mentioned a readathon that I am surprised I didn't know about, and I need to participate. So I had to change up my entire TBR, kind of. I still could incorporate books that I had already planned on reading, but I did have to put in some more books to fit that readathon. So, I have my handy dandy notebook to, talk about that readathon, which actually I have the page with all the information, everything there as well. Okay, so I have a lot to talk about in this TBR. So last month was Becca's Bookathon, and I had, oh man, this deck of books from that video, plus 3 more that are in e-copy. So, we're doing this like Becca from Becca and the Books. Alright. Let's see if I can get this right. So, we have Skip Beat, that was for a translated book. We had, Fortuna Sworn and Rhapsodic, that are not, that are, e-copy. Fortuna Sworn was for an e-book, and Rhapsodic was for an adult book. Heart of Flames was for a book with fire on the cover. Then we had My Lady's Choosing, I'm dropping everything. My Lady's Choosing and Jane Unlimited were both for the prompt of, lowest rated. And then we had Love from A to Z, which isn't here. That was for disability rep. And then One to Watch was for an adult book. I read everything but Jane Unlimited. And I'm not reading Jane Unlimited. I think I'm just gonna unhaul it, to be completely honest. So, it was a success. I'm really happy with everything I read. I still read, everything else on my TBR as well, because I had more books to read, but I just didn't get to Jane Unlimited, and I wasn't going to force myself to do it, because I didn't want to. The first chapter, so they don't really have chapters, they have, parts, and the first part is 85 pages. That's long. And it's not broken up into chapters, so it's just long. And I thought about it, I opened it, I was going to start reading it, and to be honest, I'm still majorly confused about it. I'm still going to check out Graceling by Kristen Kishore, because I still have I've never read that. I was meant to, but I, didn't do it. So, I'm still going to check that out. But yeah, Jane Unlimited is going in the unhaul pile. But yeah, everything else is read. But we still have to say that it's technically not a success for Becca's Bookathon, and I'm just going to give myself a punishment. Because, I'm insane. It's fine. So what I want to do is that for every time I make a TBR, if I don't read all the books in that TBR, I'm going to give myself a punishment book. And the punishment book will be a lowest rated book. So yeah, I just thought of this last night, and I think it actually sounds kind of fun, because I realized that I didn't read all the books on the TBR that I should have, and I was like, I gotta somehow give myself a punishment book, because I want to. Again, I'm crazy. So yeah, come on. Uh-oh. Goodreads is phrasing again. Let's see if this goes. Okay, so I'm gonna choose the top 5 lowest rated books, and then I'm just gonna choose from that top 5. Subsequently, the months that I actually read all the books on my TBR, I will choose one of the highest rated books on that. Really? Is this really happening right now? Of course, when I need to film this video, it freezes, and I can't get it to open. Okay. Come on. Okay, now it's going. Okay. Alright, so I already have it at average rating, so I'm just going to reverse it for the lowest rating. And, yeah. Okay, so I don't know if you can really see that. Let me just turn down the brightness just a little bit more. Okay, so we have, so the top 5 are Surprise Me by Sophie Kinsella, Of Curses and Kisses by Sonia Menon, Sin Eater's Daughter by Melinda Salisbury, Star Daughter by Shveta Thakur, I hope I said that right, and Meddling Kids by Edgar Quintero. Okay, so I don't want to read Surprise Me, which is why I didn't just go off the top. I'm really glad I didn't do that, because there's no way in hell I was going to do that. So, I kind of really want to read Star Daughter really badly. And the only other one that, for right now, are these two. So, I think I'm going to still go with Star Daughter. Though, I would really like to read a Sonia Menon book. But I think I'm just going to hold off on that for a little bit. And who knows, if I don't read all the books on my TBR this month, I can read this in November. Though, I will say another book on here. The 6th book is Havenfall, which I also really want to read, so it'll have to contend with that one as well. So yeah, I have Star Daughter, which this is about our main character who's the daughter of a star and a human, and then her human father gets injured when she's practicing her powers or something like that, and she has to save him. In order to do that, she has to visit, like, the Celestials, her star mother, and, you know, where her star mother is. Something like that. And it just sounds really good, and I really want to read it. So yeah, this is on that TBR. First book down. We'll put that down. Okay. Other ones would be the 2 Booktuber Favorites of 2019. So there's not many books in here. There's like just a handful left. So I can tell you what I really want to read. I don't think it's gonna pop up. I had The Silent Patient and Turn of the Key on here, as well as The 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. And I think maybe 1 or 2 other books on my physical TBR. I would like to get a physical TBR book, so we'll see. I picked this one. I didn't look at it yet. I'm afraid of what I'm going to pick. What does that say? Oh my god, it's Turn of the Key. I'm telling you, I didn't plan this. I just really would like to read a thriller this month, and it's perfect. I got Turn of the Key by Ruth Ware. This is about a nanny. I think it's a nanny thriller. Something like that. I don't read a lot of thrillers, obviously. So this is about, I believe, a nanny. So we follow Rowan Kane, who is she goes for a live-in nanny post in this, like, I think, fancy smart house. And then the kids... Oh, wow. So what she doesn't know is that she's stepping into a nightmare, one that will end with a child dead and herself in prison awaiting trial for murder. That just sounds amazing. That's all I want to know, because I don't really want to go into this knowing too much, other than it's a smart house, kids, one ends up dead, she ends up in prison. This sounds really good. Okay, so yeah, we got Turn of the Key. That is really good. Okay, so we're going to pick one more. Oh my god. I think I also have the Poppy War in here. I don't even know where my copy of the Poppy War is. I think it's down there. It's on my cart. I just don't know. Okay, I'm picking this one. This one's really tiny. I'm really afraid. What is this? Oh. Oh, okay. Okay, that works. So we got a thriller, and then we got a romance. I believe it's a romance. So let's find that. I don't own it. But, oh, by the way, Turn of the Key was a recommendation from Kayla from Books and Lala. And then The Highwayman is a recommendation from Just from Peace Love Books. It's by Kerrigan Byrne. Yeah, Kerrigan Byrne. Never read a book by her. I do have one. It's just on my bookshelf somewhere. This is the first in a series. It's the first in the Victorian Rebels series. The rebels, scoundrels, and blackguards dark dashing men on the wrong side of the law, but for the women who love them, a hint of danger only makes the heart beat faster. Stealing beauty, Dorian Blackwell, the black heart of Ben Moore, is a ruthless villain. Scarred and hard-hearted, Dorian is one of London's wealthiest, most influential men, who stop at nothing to wreak vengeance on those who have wronged him, and will fight to the death to seize what he wants. The lovely, still innocent widow, Farah Lee Mackenzie, is no exception, and soon Dorian whisks the beautiful lass away to a sanctuary in the wild Highlands. So it's a Highland one, too. Scottish romance. Okay. Sounds good. I believe I have it on my Kindle. I think I do have it. Yes, okay. I do. It's the very last one. That's perfect. Okay. So yeah. Perfect. So I have an ebook and a physical book. That actually went really well. Alright. So that's another 3 books added to my TBR. Let me just put these there. I don't want to lose them because I actually kind of saved them. Yeah. Oh, now I remember. I saved them in my drawer. Which is right there. Okay. So yeah, that's it for this. I still really want to pick books from my shelves, but, yeah. Alright. So, I have the information for this readathon that I am participating in. So, the readathon is called Slayerfest. It's a Buffy the Vampire Slayer themed readathon, and I am dying to participate. Slayerfest has nothing to do with the Slayerfest that is in the show, which is in the 3rd season, during Homecoming. This is just called Slayerfest. It runs from October 1st to the 31st, and it's hosted / created by Brittany from the Continuing Chronicles. Leave a link down below. And it's just, you have 10 characters that you can pick to choose to be one, and then you have to travel through the locations with that character and read the prompts accordingly. So each character has a location and a strength. So for Buffy, she's the hero, and her prompt is badass female protagonist, and her strength is that she can skip the last prompt, because she's Buffy and she doesn't need to worry about the last one because she's powerful like that. And I obviously chose Buffy. So there was Buffy, Angel, Spike, Cordelia, Oz, Willow, Xander, Giles, Tara, and I almost forget who the last one is. I can't tell you now. Okay. Oh, and Dawn. Yeah, there's no way in hell I was choosing Dawn. I think she was in it. Pretty sure? Now I can't remember. But yeah, it was between Buffy and Angel for me, because they're my 2 favorite characters of the show. But I obviously just chose Buffy, because I also really wanted to, I had books written down that I needed to read, or that I wanted to read for the month, and I was trying to incorporate as many of them as I could into this. So yeah. Okay, so the very first one, which is a prompt for Buffy. I swear if I lose power, I'm gonna die. It might happen. I think it's raining really bad out there, so I could actually lose power and just be really unhappy. Alright, so for Buffy to read a book with a badass female protagonist, I chose the next book in the Guild Hunter series, which is the 12th book, and it's the last book that's out for right now, and that's Archangel's War by Nalini Singh. I'm going with Elena, who, looks like it's her on the cover. So yeah, I'm going with Elena because she's my badass female protagonist in this series. I love her, and her and Raphael are just endgame, and it's great. I love this series. I'm just so happy to continue reading. It's a 12 book in a series, so I can't tell you what it's about. Other than there's a war going on, which, obvi, right? Archangel's war, there's a war going on. In the last book, something happened to Elena. Can't really go into it, but she's my badass female protagonist. So we've got Buffy. Now we just got to go through the locations. Okay, so as Buffy, I'm going to start off in the Bronze, or everybody starts off in the Bronze. It's just the location's down. Oh, by the way, for these books, you have to read them in order, which is fun. There is a character, I believe, that allows you to not read them in order. So if you don't want to read these books in order and you want to participate, you can just choose that character and not read them in order. But didn't go with that. So, okay, so you start off in the Bronze, and for this one, you need to read a light and fluffy book, or your most anticipated. I went for the book that actually works out for both, and that is A Rogue of One's Own by E.B. Dunmore. This is one of my most anticipated, because I loved Bringing Down the Duke a lot, and also, it's a light and fluffy book. It's set in Victorian times. This one follows side characters from Bringing Down the Duke, which is Lady Lucy and Tristan. But yeah, I am just really excited. I love this cover. I think it's going to be just great. Bringing Down the Duke had me laughing, crying, all of it, and I think this would also have me doing that. Oh, I like the white and the brown. Or it's more like a purple, like a violet. Also, there's a cat in the cover. I think it's cute with books. I love it. I love the cat with books. There it is on the front cover. But yeah, it's a League of Extraordinary Women, which I really like that. A lady must have money and an army of her own if she is to win a revolution, but first she must pit her wits against the wiles of an irresistible rogue bent on wrecking her plans and her heart. I'm excited. I'm so excited to pick this up. So this is, excuse me. After Archangel's War, this would be the next book I pick up. Okay, so next up we travel to Westfield Cemetery, and for this you need to read a short and quick read. Also, I forgot to mention, because I suck at doing this, most of the prompts, except for the first two, have a big bad attached to it, so in order to beat the big bad, you have to read the books that fit the prompts. So, yeah. These two, though, just to get you through it. So yeah, short and quick read would be, for me, Skip Beat, volumes 10 through 12 by Yoshiki Nakamura. I've been loving rereading these books. This is the last one that I own, so I definitely need to get more. I might go to my local comic book shop, but just get more if I can get it. It's a manga comic book shop, and I'm really excited. I really just want to read more. There are many volumes of this, by the way. There's over 30, and yeah, this is only volumes 10 through 12. I get the 3-in-1 editions, so I'm just excited to keep going. I love Ren and Kyoko so much. Just so much. So that should be my quick/short read, because, I mean, each volume is short. It won't even just be that, but I read these really quick. I can read this in a day and a half and not worry about it. So, yes. Next up, we travel to our first big bad, which is at the school library. The big bad there would be the Master. And for this, you must read the oldest book on your TBR, because Master was over 4,000? Over 2,000? Darla was 400. Angel. By the way, if you didn't know, forgot to mention this, Buffy the Vampire Slayer is one of my favorite shows of all time. It's actually my favorite show of all time. I'm obsessed with that show. I think about it daily, and it just comes up. So, yeah, I remember the Master is very, very old. So, yeah, in order to defeat him, you must read the oldest book on your TBR. For the TBR is literally just on the other side. I wrote a whole bunch of books. This was before I found out about it, about the Readathon. So, I'm going off this TBR. And that would be City of Brass by S.A. Chakraborty. Technically, this is a reread. Don't care. It's technically on my TBR for the month because I'm really close to getting a copy of our Empire of Gold from the library. Just an e-copy, but still. I really want to read this and then read Kingdom of Copper and then go and read Empire of Gold. And I just got to reread this in order to do it. So I'm really excited to get back into this. I loved this book when I first read it. So yes. This is about, this is 18th century Cairo. Nari is a con woman. She ends up swindling a lot of people, and when doing so, ends up accidentally summoning a djinn, who is Dara. And Dara ends up taking her to Devabad, which is the land of the djinn. And it's just so good. I absolutely love this book. And I am really excited to get back into this. So there is that. Sorry, I have a lot of books here and they are all falling. Love that. Okay. Alright, so we defeated the master. Now we have to go and defeat our next big bad, which is in Angel's Mansion. And our big bad for that is technically Akathla, also Angelus. For me, it's Angelus / Akathla, but we're just going with Akathla for this. And in order to defeat him, you need to read the next book in a series that you have been delaying, because you don't want to kill Angel. Who wants to kill Angel? Which, by the way, if you did choose Angel, you could skip this prompt because he gets sacrificed, so. Or is it the next prompt? I don't really remember. I think it's this prompt. Possibly. Alright, but a series that I've technically been delaying would be the Deadman Walking series. I'm just going with this because technically I read like half of the first book and completely delayed the hell out of that book. And then now we're just going to go with the second book, even though I realized that I didn't so much as hate the first one. It wasn't like too bad. I think I gave it 3 stars, so we're going to go with this one. Death Doesn't Bargain. It's a Deadman's Cross series by Sherilyn Kenyon. I need to get to this. I have this one more in this one, and then Stygian, and I'm all caught up with the entire Dark Hunter series. And this one just follows pirates. Oh, this is Calder. Oh, it's Cameron and Calder. Okay. This might actually be really cute. This follows after the first book. So, yeah. Okay. I actually know who these characters are this time, so that's great. Alright, but yeah, we are picking this one. I'm really excited to read this. But yeah, it's about Hellchasers / pirates. Dark Hunter series. So yeah. Okay. Next up we travel to Sunnydale High. In order to defeat the mayor. And in order to do that, we need to read a book that has a school as the main setting. This is where I kind of cheat a little bit. It's kind of a school. It's like a training school. Kind of. I mean, they're students, so we're going to go with that. But for that, we're going to go with Blood Truth by J.R. Ward. This is the, what's it called? The last book in the Black Dagger Legacy series. So, there's that. It's 4th book. I don't think it's the last one, actually. I think there's going to be another one. Oh, the Jackal is the last one. Maybe. Okay, the Jackal actually just came out. So, but yeah, we're reading Blood Truth, which has Boone in it. I don't know much about Boone. I really don't. You barely get him in the books. So, this will be an experience. But yeah, I'm really excited to read this, because it's the next book I need to read. Well, it works out. And yeah, technically they're students training to be in the Black Dagger Brotherhood, so technically it's a school. I'm gonna go with it. Okay, so Next up, we travel to UC Sunnydale to defeat Walsh and the Initiative. And then for this one, you have to read your least favorite trope. For me, my least favorite trope would be cheating, because I absolutely hate cheating in books. And I'm just going to go with The Boyfriend Project by Farah Rashaan. So this one, technically, she realized that she's been catfished by a 3-timing jerk of a boyfriend. So he's 3-timing her. So technically he's cheating. We're going with this. But yeah, I really want to read this because, I mean, I just got it kind of, and it just sounds really good. So yeah, she ends up meeting the other 2 girls that he was with, and, they all become friends, and they all decide that, they're going to invest in themselves, so no men, no dating, for the next 6 months. And then, our main character ends up meeting the new guy, or this guy, and that kind of goes all out the window. So, I'm excited. This one looks really good. So, we have that book. Alright, next up, we are traveling to the tower to defeat Glory. Glorificus, the Hell God. Can't wait. And in order to do this, you need to read a book that is outside of your comfort zone. So for me, that would be kind of like a horror book. We're going with it. I don't read many of these, and I just actually started getting into them. So we're going to say this is outside of my comfort zone. And we're going to go with The Haunting of Ashburn House. This one is really just about a haunted house. So yeah. I'm excited. This is a book that me and my best friend are going to buddy read. Technically, we're still buddy reading one. I don't even know where the hell we are in that. Because I don't even think she's really reading much. And I kind of stopped reading. It's fine, like, it's fine. But I'm not really feeling it at the moment, so I'm hoping I'll feel this one. But yeah, this one sounds really good. There's a ton of books in this, like, series. So there's, like, a whole list. But yeah, so there's a ton of books next to it. I think they all have to do with, like, a different house or a different setting. And yeah, there's something wrong with Ashburn House. It's freaking haunted. Can't wait. So, yeah. Alright, so after defeating Glory, we move on to the magic box to defeat Sweets. And in order to do that, you need to read a book in verse or that has music as the main plot. I don't read a lot of books that have music as the main plot. I don't really have anything. So we're going to go with a book in verse that I don't really read. So there is one that Becca from Becca and the Books also had on her TBR, and it actually sounded kind of good. And that is The Black Flamingo by Dean Atta. So this one is just a book written in verse, and it's about a boy who comes to terms with his identity as a mixed-race gay teen. And at university, he finds his wings as a drag artist, the Black Flamingo. So it's a really short audiobook. I'm going to just try and listen to it. But I am really excited. The cover is gorgeous. It sounds really good. So we're going to read that. Alright, so after that, after defeating Sweets, you must go to the Trio's lair and defeat Dark Willow. And in order to do that, you have to read a book that is dark/taboo. And for that is another book that me and my best friend are going to be buddy reading. That's The Year of the Witching by Alexis Henderson. So this one is the book that we're going to be buddy reading probably like the week of Halloween. I'm really excited to pick this up. It's about a girl who goes off into the woods and finds out she's a witch. It's in Puritanical Society, by the way. So, that sounds so good. It's gonna be dark. It's gonna be, like, horror-esque. And I am really feeling it. So, this one. Alright, so that is, that was the second to last prompt. Now, the last prompt, because I am Buffy, I can skip, which technically would have been to defeat the first evil at the Hellmouth, and to read the largest book on my TBR, and I don't have to worry about that now, so I'm skipping that. So we're good. Alright, the only other thing, though, is we still have some more books on the TBR that I need to pick up. So we still have if I can. They're all on my iPad. Where are you? I love it. I can't find it. Found it. Come on, come back to me. It's book 16 in the Black Dagger Brotherhood series. This is The Thief, and this one follows Assail and Sora, I think her name is. I think. Oh, great. It's not even telling me. Oh, it's Assail and Sola. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This one, apparently a lot of people were disappointed in. So, okay. But yeah, I definitely need to read that. That's the next book in the Black Dagger Brotherhood series. And then, along with that, is, oh my god, is the, novella that goes along with it, which is 16.5, and that's Prisoner of Night. I don't actually know who this follows. It just says Amer, and I don't know who Amer is, so maybe I'll meet them in The Thief, or maybe this will be like the last novella, and I won't know who the hell these people are. So there's that. Also, along with that, I would like to read When No One Is Watching by Alyssa Cole. I'm really excited to read this. I love Alyssa Cole's writing, and I might actually listen to this on audiobook. I've listened to all of Alyssa Cole's books on audiobook before, so this is a psychological thriller about neighbors that go missing, and our main character is trying to figure out what the hell's going on. So, and also there's a romance, I think, so there's that. And then I would really love to pick up one of these two books. I would love that. Where Dreams Descend by Janella Angeles, or The Lost Book of the White by Cassandra Clare. This is my Malik, so this is more likely to be picked up if I have time. So, also though, one more I would really love to pick up is House of Salt and Sorrows by Erin A. Craig. I have been putting this off until this month, so there's that. But to be completely honest, the only ones that I'm going to go off of are the ones that are on my Slayerfest, plus the ones that are here. So if I don't pick up these books, I'll be okay. I won't take that as like a punishment. So I just have to read, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 books? Yeah, I could do that. Right? I could do that. So yeah, that's it for me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you again with another. Bye. Happy reading, guys.